Hello, dear nymphos, and welcome to the new episode of the Nympho Life podcast. I'm your host, Polina, and I'm very happy to introduce you to one of my oldest and dearest friends in Prague, Rony.
Thank you, Polly, for having me here. My nerves are wrecking right now, but I'm looking forward.
Look into this.
All the conversations before were very private. Feel very exposed right now. I feel like this next 1 hour is going to really grill me up, but okay.
But it will bring a lot of, uncovered truths. No.
Uncovered truth. Go soft on me, please.
That's what she said.
Yes.
Okay, Rony, could you please introduce yourself?
So hi guys, I'm Rony. I'm a photographer based here in Prague. I've been Polly's friend for almost 7 years. That's how long she's been tolerating my guru advices, as she would say. Just because I'm from India, apparently I'm the guru in all matters, if you understand. Wink, wink. Keep it short. That's about it. Yeah.
Thank you, Rony. What I would like to start our conversation is from the very beginning of things. So, what is, and not yet historically, but personally for you, please tell me, what is your first sex-related memory, or let's say, first encounter, what you learned, what sex is, or intimacy between two people? But asking about more people than
I mean, if I understand your question right, I think my first whole concept of sex, porn, and any of this thing, I would say quite late in my life, to be honest. But I think I was around like 12. But this is not sexual. The thing is, this is my first encounter with porn.
Yes. So this was your really first time you basically faced it as a concept.
Yeah, but at this point I was too young to even know what the heck I'm watching. So like it was, because at that age you're busy playing with ball outside.
Yeah.
And this so happened to be my uncle. I'm sure when he watches this it'll be fun.
Hey uncle!
His name is Santosh, so everybody say hi. Santosh Maman, that's what we call him. So it so happened we were at our grandparents' house, and he used to live with his parents back then. And I was randomly going through the bookshelf looking for some shit, and I bump into the CD, no name CD. And it was, curiosity killed the cat kind of situation really happened there. And I was sitting on a bed with a computer in front of me, and my uncle's elder sister and younger sister behind me.
Wow.
And I just managed to plug that CD into the computer, and boom, comes out a big loud porn.
Remember what kind of, it wasn't some story, or it was just some random,
I do remember this girl had like blonde hair, chick, like big boobs, kind of nonsense, but
could be German.
Could be.
It was like one of the biggest productions at the time.
Yeah,
also.
That makes sense, yeah, could be that. But yeah, I only remember my uncle being chased after this. But yeah, that was my first encounter, and I think...
And the whole family's...
Yeah, my whole family's right behind me.
We just talked. I also sharing my experience how I was watching porn together with my bestie, But like... watching porn as a family when you're a kid, this is an absolutely different level.
It's a new upgrade. I don't know basic stuff.
Straight to the hardcore experience. That's good. I like it. Okay. And how did then this situation turn out? Did you have some sort of explanation from your uncle person, what it was, or you just basically saw how everyone freaked out and there was some, let's say, minor, not conflict, but tension towards your uncle, and this happened, or someone actually tried to explain you what did you actually see?
No, hell no. I think that's the most not wanted conversation people want to have back home. It's to tell you what the whole sex thing is about. Kind of unfortunate, but I do remember my uncle getting his ass whooped. and then me getting my ass whooped for why the hell I'm going through alcohol stuff. But yeah, I think it was a lot of things happening at the same time, and then like just like shush 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 and like get away from this thing, like, and nobody came to me and like, oh, poor child got exposed to this. Yeah, nothing of that sort happened.
Poor child.
Had to see these things at a young age. Yeah, it was something like that.
And how was it afterwards? Did you then
I mean, and I don't
watch
think.
porn as a teenager? Was it a thing?
Well,
Or it was, for example, more magazines, or you
well, in India, I don't think like we had this thing as. I'm sure it was there, but maybe I don't want to generalize by saying India. Maybe in my surrounding, it was not so much that you would see magazines of this kind, or like, with explicit photos or anything. But the max, I do remember when I was like in 5th grade or 6th grade, I was in a hostel where I was studying, and they would have this Pune Times. It's like a regional paper, and on the 3rd page they would have these bikini photos, of models, which was in itself a great deal of I don't know, skin show to see.
Yes.
So that is what used to like get all the boys excited back then. So yeah, but I don't think I really got hitched onto porn after I saw that clip or anything. I was too young, didn't really bother me. Yeah, it's I would say I'm a late bloomer on that field.
that's it's judging free also.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's not about the age when you get introduced to things, you discover things, but it's about our quality or the depth of the quality of the experience that matters. And what age, it doesn't really doesn't matter like at all. Okay, let's dive a little bit deeper into the whole topic of sexuality in your culture in India. Your ancestors invented Kamasutra.
I mean, yeah.
Which is, I think an amazing thing in itself because for me it's, from one side, it is some sort of, let's say, formalization of what it can be, but on the other hand, it's still artsy and spiritual, and I think it wasn't like, I mean, it's never been done before on such a scale. Of course, we can find the engravings even in ancient caves, or I don't know, Egyptian mythology. Everywhere, pretty much every culture was depicting the act of love between people, which is natural, but it was never done to this scale and with this level of meticulousness as Kamasutra was done. Tell us a little bit more. And also then another question, how is it now, like, do people study it on a level of culture, or maybe, I mean, not in schools and to the extent that you study positions, but in general, the influence of this body of work to the whole culture and society in general? Or it's just there and people don't really, let's say, study it as much these days?
Yeah, okay, so it's true that Kamasutra was originated from India, and it's very... the thing is, like, Kamasutra, if you read about it, it's not about sex. It's more about seduction, it's more about art of love, it's more about appreciation of the other person. It's not just about penetration, different styles of sex, but it's more to it. But now I see, like, in the Western world, it's way more depicted about just the different positions and sex, but it's more to it. But coming back to my culture, it is a pity, really, because India has such a rich history on this thing, but sex is such an uncomfortable talk for anybody of any age. But now, I think, well, because I'm from the 90s, and I definitely know, like, there's no concept of sex education in India at this point, like, whatsoever, nothing. It's literally at this point, like, even in Bollywood, like, Bollywood is a big part of our culture, so even if they had to, like, depict sex, they would literally show, like, 2 flowers on the screen, like, just hitting each other. That's a sexual act, yeah, literally. Wow. So it is that uncomfortable, and people, even... I'm only able to see these differences after I come here. Like, I'm seeing, like, how I moved here, like, in 2016. So it's been a great, like, cultural shock, a lot of good things and a bad thing. It's all a mix of everything, which I appreciate. It's nice. It's a learning curve for me as an individual. Like, people being more open about sex, to talk about sex, and being more comfortable with their bodies generally, which I don't think was the case when I was in India. Like, I left India when I was 26, and like, definitely I've explored the whole concept of sex when I was there back home, but like here it's a different thing. But because it's a different approach to this whole concept of intimacy, like, and which has its ups and downs in my personal beliefs. But yeah, coming back to Kamasutra and like how two people in India, young adults, yeah, I don't really think they go through this educating themselves about this whole concept of Kamasutra and seduction. It's still very raw, and but the good thing is, last time I did visit India, like I keep seeing as people are more comfortable, they're more open about certain conversations, and I very recently found out like India has a huge, what do you say, a huge culture about BDSM and like a great society in Delhi which is functioning. I was like, okay, that's surprising.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sure, but this is also my lack of dwelling into these things more. But it's only after coming here, I hear and I see more things happening in India, which also makes me feel nice. I'm like, okay, it's not as backward as I thought in my head. It's just I'm not aware of it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for this insight.
Okay.
Next section of the podcast will be fun.
Okay. Fun for you or fun for me?
Fun for us and for
For the viewers.
for the viewers, and also I hope dash of education as well. And what I would like to discuss with you, or rather, it will, in the format that will be that I will give you a term,
Right.
like sex slang,
Okay.
and you will try to guess
What it means. All right.
what it means.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Okay.
shoot.
We start from easy things, okay?
Okay.
So what is a Mile High Club?
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't know Mile High Club? It's a dream check-ins. Did you get on the Mile High Club already?
Only not penetrationally.
No penetration. Naughty. Naughty. Wow.
I at this on the very top of my very long bucket list. But I heard that you can actually be banned for life. Some airlines can like ban you for life if you.
If I'm not wrong, this happened on my flight to Bangkok.
Really? Recently?
Yes, there was somebody doing Mile High Club business in the tiny ass lavatory,
Yeah.
and we heard it
Yeah.
because we were sitting pretty close to the seat,
Yeah.
and they got knocked on the door, and I don't know what happened with them eventually, but I think someone was involved in this.
Wow.
Yeah,
I read somewhere there was like some flight, I don't remember, to Ibiza, I think, afterwards.
of
Like,
course.
and basically the same thing happened. And then when the plane landed, there was already police waiting to arrest them, like the couple, because the airline or the flight, the crew, reported them. And they were actually arrested and probably banned for life from this airline.
Whoa.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So
I guess, I mean, basically if you're goofing around like thousands and thousands of miles above sea level in a small tiny
Yes.
lavatory where you pray to life that you don't get sucked down by that little
Yes.
thing, that's all it is.
I think it's really rather like a private jet situation.
I think so. You go fancy enough to do it on your private jet, that's when it's right.
Okay. Good start.
Okay.
Next two probably also will be easy for you. So it's just like a warm up.
Oh, warming. Okay.
Okay, so what is a pearl necklace?
Oh, yeah. It's a cousin brother of Money Shot.
But it can be both.
Yeah.
Can be very
Yeah.
money shot.
It's a money shot going into a pearl necklace. How do I further elaborate this?
It's
What
a
was-
jewelry.
It's a jewelry which you gift to your partner. Make sure she gets it.
Or a stranger.
Or a stranger. You never know. I hope it's a willing gift that the person also accepts. Yeah.
Actually, it's so funny. Now there is this trend of like I'm wearing pearl necklace actually.
And it's actually funny.
And now it's very popular. It's like genderless, basically. Like all the guys, like straight guys, are wearing it. But I know that apparently in the 90s, at least in the Czech Republic, pearl necklace was mostly worn by like gay guys.
Oh, really?
Yes, and it was kind of also like a sign. Yes, you know, I'm down for pearl necklace.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Okay, next one is the last easy one, I think, Ron.
Last easy one.
What is teabagging?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. And, first you got to soak your nuts in a nice lukewarm hot water, salted one, so maybe caramel.
Okay, I didn't know about this
and
detail.
then you dip it onto somebody's ice sack on the top.
What? I thought it's different. Okay.
Teabagging, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is like
But-
you step it out.
You have to.
You gotta care for other person's eyes too. Give them the best comfort, you know,
Oh my
like.
God. But I always thought that it has to be like in the mouth.
No.
But then
Teabagging.
I think could be both.
Oh.
But yeah, it's basically
yeah.
the
Nuts
ball
in the
sack. But I don't know also about this lukewarm water that they use.
Oh, that's the ball jacuzzi. Ball koozie?
Squeezy.
I think so, yeah. I think that's what it is. Maybe I think I have mistaken the I one for something else. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
It's still on the list.
Maybe. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Oh, well, male testicles are dipped in and out of the partner's mouth. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay, so next one was absolutely new for me as well.
Okay, let's hit me.
What is shrimping?
What the? Sorry, no F words here. I have no clue. Shrimping?
Shrimping. So it's a it's a verb. It's an
Right.
act, a process.
Shrimping. It has something to do with the dick going curve. Something like a shrimp. I don't know.
I think it's
Is it Captain York?
a good guess.
Like, I don't know what it is. Please enlighten me.
So shrinking is
Shrinking or
shrimping. Sorry,
Shrimping.
shrimping. Shrimping is sucking on a partner's toes.
Oh. Okay. Shrimping.
Interesting, right?
Interesting.
So part of food fetish world.
Right. I see. Yeah, I've kind of steered away from that thing.
There is the insight section. Why do you think food fetish is such a big thing? It's one of, indeed, the most popular ones. Why do you think it's that? Why feet are such a, sexual thing for some people?
Well, I wouldn't know how to answer this exactly because I think I wouldn't say I have a feet fetish, but I do find legs very attractive on a woman. Like it's a very important thing for me too. When I see a girl, it's just like the shape of the leg is kind of hot. But I personally steer clear away from the feet fetishes mostly because of the hygiene situation. Because I come from India and there's a fucking hot ass sweaty place. You know, like if you don't take care of business, then it's more of a trauma situation than anything else. Yeah, but I don't know what's the reason why it is such a big thing.
Apparently, we have the part of brain that is responsible for recognizing body parts.
Right.
So it recognizes female breasts, for you as a guy, for example, recognizes female breasts, waist, hips,
Right.
vagina. And apparently, and in the same part, that your brain is sexually attracted or aroused by looking at this specific body parts. So it makes the connection, you see a naked woman or a woman sees a naked man or whatever the setup is, you get aroused. And apparently there is the part of the brain that is responsible for recognizing human feet is very close. So sometimes the signal that is going through neurons is basically overlapping so that feet are equalized to the genitalia. And that's why for some people actually they get aroused even from the look of feet, because for them it's basically in the brain is considered equally exciting to genitalia.
Interesting. I'm learning so
Yes.
much.
And also for me, like I love when like my feet are being touched because also it's so sensitive. I didn't have this before, but now I realize it's like best thing ever, just even touching, because there are millions of nerve endings and it's really super pleasant to, like basically as erogenous zone. Next question, Ronnie.
Okay.
What is ATM?
I feel like I'm grown into too old of a generation. Like all I knew is anytime money.
Anytime money. The bancomat.
Yeah, the bank one.
Could be, but not on sexual conduct.
Fui. Anytime money. No ATM.
Yes.
Anytime monkey business. What the hell is this?
It means as to mouth.
Oh my god.
It's when a person is inserting a penis or strap-on into his partner's or her partner's ass and then
to the mouth.
to the mouth. Or it can be another person.
Right.
ATM.
Wow. Yeah, today has been really a learning curve for me.
Happy to help. The next one is another abbreviation.
Okay.
What is CNC?
Cock and cuckold. Is that
It's a good...
cuckold and cock? I don't know what it is. Come on my cock.
That should be a new one.
Oh, come on my cunt.
No.
No?
CNC stands for consensual non-consent. And this term basically defines a role play that is built around a person being taken against their will. So, of course, it is consensually communicated and agreed upon before the play begins.
Right.
Usually it's kind of predominantly female fantasy. Some call it rape play, but has nothing to do with the actual rape, but it's a fantasy where someone is, let's say, taken against their will and also can be somehow, unexpected, as if. But of course, huge warning here that it must be done or like with the partner you trust, and everything should be pre-agreed before and where the boundaries are. But in the BDSM community, mostly this is defined as consensual non-consent. Yes.
Consensual non-consent.
Yes. Okay, then next one is a bit shocking.
Mm.
Do you know what sounding is?
Sounding?
Sounding, yes.
Mm. Let me think of the most wackiest thing I can think of. Okay. I imagine this. Someone is like really going deep throat on your dick and they're trying to do a sound check. Whoa.
1, 2.
Is that sounding?
No, but it's a good guess.
I mean, like, it's a mic, you're singing and all that, get those vibrations on spot.
You guess first, like, major part of it, which is the dick.
Okay, there's a dick
So-
involved.
The dick is the main character in this.
So, yeah. So it has to
Another main character
be,
is a rod, like a
rod.
tube, that you insert
in the dick.
in the dick. And apparently it came from like the medicine. I think there is a check, right? That you guys do that involves this.
Yeah. But this is generally during surgery when you cannot pee voluntarily, so they insert this pipe, so your body automatically lets go. Yeah.
But this is basically the tube and the device, and actually it is already a sex toy. I've seen some of them that look like super dramatic, like metal, super fancy with some, I don't know, like devil's head on the end, or it can be something more like silicone even, I think I've seen.
Wow, okay.
Yes, and basically it is inserted inside the penis,
Right.
and some guys get off from it.
Wow.
And this tube can reach very sensitive parts inside your penis that, if stimulated, can create some very intense orgasms. But of course, I guess without proper safety considerations, it can lead to some traumas.
Damage, yeah, it can be quite injurious in nature.
Yes.
You have to be careful.
Yes.
Okay.
Next one, easy one. What is a CBT?
CBT is not. I'm so lost right now. CBT, no, I don't even want to guess. I'm pretty traumatized from the last ones.
So CBT is cock and ball torture.
Why? Right.
And it's also pretty much practiced only in the BDSM communities. It's very in the submissive spectrum.
Is this the one where the ladies are kicking them on the nuts?
It's pretty much anything like kicking, slapping, the chastity devices. You know, there's this thing that is like, it looks like a cage that basically you cannot get hard, and it probably hurts like a motherfucker. Pretty much anything is in, even piercing, wax plate, genital or electrostimulation, kneeling or kicking. So definitely, yeah, the person who is on the receiving end is more like masochistic, let's say have masochistic tendencies because it's inflicting pain upon themselves, and then giver would be like sadist, basically. Because it's more like extreme spectrum of BDSM.
Wow.
Yeah. But again, everything should be discussed, like pre-discussed. Usually when such plays are practiced, it's most of the time, I guess, with professional dominatrix. And in this case, it's really, everything is somehow pre-discussed before what is allowed, what is not allowed, because otherwise it's the wrong way of doing this. Okay. So now it was the intense part. We go a little bit easier.
All right.
New term I learned, and I think it's brilliant. What is queening?
Is this like when you give a throne to your lady friend by any chance? Or is there something with that?
Throne?
Like a throne, something on their head?
Like a crown.
Yeah.
No. It's like the opposite. Queening is sitting on somebody's face.
Ah, okay.
That's nice.
Okay, this isn't...
Nice.
Yeah, that's
I
fun.
like that.
Okay.
Are you ready for a few more?
Yeah. Well, this is very enlightening for me. I like it.
Okay, so what is felching?
Felching. Is that even a word? Like, that's a word, right?
Mm-hmm.
Felching. Yeah, I have no clue, girl. I can't even guess it.
To felch is to suck up semen out of an orifice. Using a straw is optional. You can come in somebody's ass and then suck out your own cum from their ass, and you may or may not swallow.
What's happening in this world? When the sex becomes so complicated.
Yeah, because some of those things I was like, wow, I haven't even seen this in porn.
This is a French... No, what's the term?
Felching.
Felching.
Felching. My friends.
Straw business. Yeah, keep straws around.
I think I've seen some porn where like a couple of girls like drink cum from like a glass or something, but it's more like
Have you heard of this? Have you heard of this very famous 2 girls in 1 cup?
Of course.
Of course.
Yes, I heard it was fake as well.
Well, it better be, because it traumatized my childhood.
Everyone.
I
think we were like in school also back then, and it was this situation. Oh, have you seen this? And people show you on your phone, and you're like, oh my god,
I cannot.
Yes, I remember at that time there were also this kind of like weird websites that you send a friend this website, and then there would be a guy like,
oh yeah, with a helicopter dick. Yes.
And it was impossible to close.
Yeah. Oh wow, so I guess similar shit was happening in Belarus and in India back in the time. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, so next on. What is a Bloody Mary?
Oh, I think that's having sex during girl's period, I suppose.
Okay, yes, but there is like a little bit more of an edge to this.
So when you have sex while she's having period, then you make her suck on your dick after that?
No, when you're eating her out on her period.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay.
And related to this, in general, period sex, which I also really much support and love, I heard once a really good quote related to this.
Cool. Okay.
I would like to say to all the men who are not fans of period sex, and it says, a true warrior isn't afraid of a little blood on his sword.
Right. Right. Let me take out this black book of mine and write it down there. No warrior is afraid of a little blood on his sword. It's only a battlefield.
Don't stay in the trenches.
Don't say the shit. Just get out there, man.
That was Bloody Mary. The next one, also very easy. What is queefing?
No fucking clue.
Really? It's one of the most common things that happens during sex.
I mean, I'm sure like the act might be common, but the naming convention going here for the last 15 minutes is out of my world. Like,
We should do like a little sex vocabulary.
yeah, like a small dictionary by like Nipple Life Dictionary. Make your sexual life easy.
Yes. Please put down
Step
in
by
the
step
comments
with
the
diagrams.
pre-orders. I will custom made it for.
Yeah. Yeah, millennials need it, man. Like, this stuff is new for us.
I know. And day by day, there are new terms. So, queefing is when the air escapes from the pussy during the intercourse or afterwards. Because of in certain positions, basically, when the dick or the sex toy goes inside a certain angle, the airs get trapped. So, when it's released, it kind of can sound like a fart.
Pussy fart.
Pussy fart.
That's
it's
that's the old name for queefing.
Queefing.
Queefing. Yeah, the
It's
fucking
almost like
pussy
queening
fart.
because this is not elegant.
All right. Sorry.
But again, it's super normal and there's nothing to be ashamed.
No, absolutely not.
I was watching the other day an interview with a famous porn star on Vice, and it was she basically advised that if it happens and if you're ashamed as a girl, because many girls are very self-conscious when have sounds that happen during sex, just try moaning louder. And that's
I mean, I should help.
yes.
But
And if you're a guy, don't try to put a lot of attention to this.
I
It's
think
just
not. I think
normal and yeah.
It's a dick move if you make your girl feel bad about it, so don't do it.
Yes.
Be good.
Next one. What is a rusty trombone?
What?
What is a rusty, rust?
Like rusty trombone?
Trombone, yes.
Is that like an old dick that you're trying to blow?
No, but it's
Is that like an old J, like young girl playing a rusty trombone?
Yeah.
Is that it?
It's a sex with a jazz musician. No, I'm kidding.
It is not. Sex with a jazz musician. I could have like that. But
All just
old jazz musician. Very rusty, but still plays.
It's when someone performs a rim job and a hand job at the same time. So it has to be like backwards.
Oh wow, that's some like getting around.
Yes.
Good shit.
I don't know why rusty maybe.
Oh, I think I get the rusty.
Yeah, okay.
You get the rusty?
I get
the rusty. I think I get the rusty.
Okay, next one. What is snowballing?
What is this? Where do you come up with these words from, Polly? Like, snowballing?
It's Urban Dictionary, just to give credit to the source.
Yeah, let me guess. Snowballing? Mm-hmm. When it's like really snowy outside, you take your pants off and you run right into the snow and just jump on it.
To cool down.
To cool down, yeah, right after sex.
Good suggestion.
That's not the one I get. Wait, do you stick an ice cube on somebody's butt?
No, but this should also have some term.
Rusty ice staging? I don't know.
Rusty Santa.
Rusty Santa.
Snowballing is when a penis owner
A penis owner. That's me.
ejaculates into their partner's mouth, then open mouth kisses their partner, passing the semen back and forth into each other's mouths.
What is this, like Slurpee?
Kind of, but it's like basically, two people exchange.
I've only seen this happening with the girls. Like, you have a threesome, like show one and they're exchanging and playing with it. But is that a snowballing?
I mean, yes, but it also can be between the partners of different genders.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
I guess the situation you described is more like porn kind of.
Porn kind of stuff, yeah.
Yes, because guys want to see this kind of things and not more like, let's say, alternative scenarios.
Absolutely.
Okay, then next one. What is a rainbow kiss?
Yeah. Is this the day that when you kiss on the
I can tell you.
LGBT day? Like,
I can tell you that this is basically the next level after the Bloody Mary.
don't tell me. You go for Bloody Mary and then you eat the rusty part?
No.
I cannot. Sorry, what is it?
It's basically a mix of Bloody Mary and snowballing. It's when a guy eats a girl on her period, and then a girl gives a guy head, and he comes in her mouth, and then they exchange the fluids.
Oh.
So blood and semen is called rainbow kiss.
I'm feeling a bit dizzy after learning about all these new words.
Last one.
Okay.
And I preserved it.
You're really good.
No, I mean it's not crazy. We have passed all the like
Crazy ones?
crazy ones.
Okay.
I think this is just like
Save the best for the last.
I love that. Just the creativity of this term.
Okay.
So, Rony, what is a pearl tie?
Oh, wait, I think I might have heard this one. Well, semen is included here, I believe.
Yes.
Yes. Tie has to be around the neck, hopefully.
Yes.
The act of it. What does it make it different from a pearl necklace? Is it an act between gays? Like two guys? Yeah?
So,
Right.
it's when a guy masturbates and comes on himself
Oh!
all the way up to his face. So it like flows down and creates something like a tie.
Wow.
The neck down his chest.
Right. Okay. That was creative. That's creative.
Yeah, right? Pearl tie.
Pearl tie. And a lot of guys have experiences at some point in their life.
I'm sure it happens.
Cheers to both sides.
Next section
Okay.
for our episode. I want to share some of our most precious and funniest stories, experiences that we had together.
Yeah, sure. A lot of it.
All of that. And in particular, our visits to famous and very popular Prague strip clubs and special experiences we had there. As we already mentioned, we are very ancient friends with Rony, and also we were going out a lot together with other friends as well.
Yeah.
And one story that we want to share
Sure.
together was when Rony's sister was visiting Prague.
Yes. I mean, this was a very cool situation. This was my sister visiting Europe for the first time. She's based in Qatar, so you can imagine the difference in culture and society. So my sister told me very explicitly that she wants to visit a strip club. I'm like, okay, got it. And then the day before, me, Polly, and my sister met for wine, right? It was the night before.
Yes.
And the conversation started there, and then I'm like telling Polly that my sister wants to visit a strip club, and Polly's like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do this, yeah! And I'm like, okay.
I love strip clubs.
Yeah, so she's a professional when it comes to strip club. I would say I was fairly new.
But the connoisseur.
Connoisseur, yeah, that's the right word. Yeah. So I was fairly new to this, and my sister got super excited about this idea. She's like, and my sister fell in love with Polly, her energy, her vibrance, and everything, looked fantastic. My sister's like, damn, boy, that girl looks fine, kind of situation, yeah? So we decided to go to Goldfinger's, yeah? It was
Hot Peppers.
Hot Peppers, yeah.
It's one of the most popular Prague clubs.
So yeah, we ended up going there, and the story gets just better and better. So we walk into this place, and we decided to take the front seat of the strip club. So we are right there by the dancers up in the stage, and we are enjoying the show. And I was a bit scared because there were a couple of other boys who were sitting there who were getting their asses whooped by the strippers on the stage, and I'm like, shit, I'm too close to the stage. I might be the next one. I have to put my ass out and literally get whooped. But luckily, that did not happen. Yeah. And then Polly's going to take over from the next part of the story from here.
So we are having time of our lives And then Ronnie decides to take it further. And his brilliant idea was to get a private dance for his sister. And we got super excited, of course. So the idea, there is, in the strip clubs in general, there is a lap dance which can be performed basically when you're sitting in the main area, where you see all the dancers walking around. They can offer you lap dance, or for higher price, usually you go to a private room, and then there you can get the basically lap dance that only you can see, so not the whole audience of the club. And then some clubs offer like more, let's say, exclusive services. Yes, for like more for the higher price, etc. So Ronnie was so excited about how we were enjoying it that he offered us a private dance.
Yeah, not me. I was not going to do the private dance.
Yeah.
Ronnie offered us a private dance.
From one of the dancers there. And I was super excited to choose the girl.
Yeah, so I told my sister that we will be doing this, and we decided to get this stripper of our choice. So they told us we can choose who we want to come for this private lap dance. And then my sister gave this job to Polly. And at this stage,
I think I volunteered also. I just have good taste.
And she decided spicy. Spicy is this like super tall, ebony girl. Like she was studying. Gorgeous. She was beautiful. She was beautiful. And
spicy.
Her name was Spicy. She was. Then she leads us to this private room, right? All three of us. And this is a weird mix.
Ronnie and his sister. What a group.
What a weird group.
And we can't stop laughing together. We're like laughing all the time. Super loud, super having a great time.
Yeah, and then the dancer. So we told her, like, my sister's going to be the main person of the show. That all the services must be done for her. And, like, a bit of Polly. But for my sister was like a bit in a shock and laughed at everything happening together. She couldn't stop.
Yes,
neither could Polly.
Nervous giggling.
Yeah, nervous giggling. And there's one point, like, my sister's on the thing and the stripper's on top of her with, like, completely butt naked. And I'm in a bit of a trauma, a shock, laughter. It's like a weird mix of emotions happening. And all three of us are giggling. And the dancer, she stopped at one point and she's like, wait, I cannot do this. You guys are laughing so much. Am I doing something wrong?
But she was like laughing with us because she was at some point. She went to this there was like a small stage and she was like masturbating in front of us, kind of pretending, but like she was also dying because it was so funny. Like the whole situation was just comical.
Yeah, it was comical, and she's like, the funniest thing is, she's like, how do you guys know each other? I'm like, wait, so let me. So here, that's my sister. There, that's my ex-girlfriend's best friend. And I'm like, she's like, wow, that is some mix there. It was a bit of a shocking.
Yeah, but it was so much fun.
It was
so,
fun. Fantastic.
With this story, which is really one of the highlights of my life, I would say. In general, I wanted to show to the audience that like strip clubs are cool.
Oh my god!
You can make it a family visit. You can.
No, I'll tell you. I remember the first time when I walked into a strip club here in Prague. Like I had such a different, because I never experienced this back home in India, and I see this here. First, I was like really disgusted by this whole idea. Walking in, I'm seeing not by the girl, by this space that was created, because like, oh, there are girls, they're doing this stuff on the pool, and these guys who are like just drinking, smoking, and they're like looking with this, disgusting eyes at these girls. Made me not feel nice, but with time, my interaction with these people increased a bit more. But in the sense, like, not that I was going there as a client or a guest, but somehow I was there with some shoot or something, I would end up there. And then I met these people. They're so nice. They're down to earth. And respect to these girls who do the stuff on the pole. Like, man, that is not easy. It is not. It's a proper athletic thing. Like, it is so respect to the girl who is like who owns that pole. Like,
yeah.
So a lot of respect. Like, and this ideology like kind of helped me change, and I've really had like McDonald's with these girls at like 4 o'clock in the morning with like 6 strippers sitting next to me and with some of my other friends, and like it just shows like it's only a work, it's only a profession, and nothing to look more deeper than that.
For me, like whenever I go to strip clubs, for me the most enjoyable girls to look at are actually who are just having fun. You can see it on the faces, because many times it's portrayed that, oh my god, all the girls are doing it from some desperation or need, or that they are in some fucked up situation in life, so they urgently need to make money. I think this is the case at some
places.
yes, of course. But on the other hand, I think it's just like a job. It's totally, it is a job where you can make money, but also it involves so much artistry and psychology and like understanding of people's problems and mentality and how to navigate all these different people and in different states of mind they're at. So I only have like huge respect.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Like, same here.
Yeah.
Kudos.
Okay. Next, I would ask you one question.
Right.
If you were to give a younger self some sexuality or relationships or intimacy related advice, what would it be, and at what age would it, how old would you be when you would receive this advice?
I think like I would, for me myself, if I was to be a bit more younger, I would say my turning ages like into adulthood would be around like 15, 16, when I was around this age, is when I was really, seeing girls and, just getting this whole sexual vibes from other sex, like all of that. And my only advice to myself that age would be is, don't think too much about it, be open, and don't over process your thought, because you never know what other people are thinking, because you make up their responses in your head and you stub yourself there even before you take that first step. So it's better to be more open and be more clear about what you want or need or expect.
Yes.
Which is something I am only learning now. I'm 33 and I'm still figuring out this whole conversation, like how to just say what you want, what you need, and what you expect from your partner. And all these things, it's a learning curve. I wish I would have started earlier in life, but it is.
But I think is what you said is, I think the biggest, let's say, challenge for most people and for us as a society is to communicate what we feel and what we want, and make our partners also open to communicate. I think it's really the hardest thing. I'm being very like open person and like openly talking about sex, but to me still communication throughout my life was the most challenging thing. To the partner, talking about sex in general, like we just discussed, sex terms or like some fun stories from the past is one thing, but then maybe saying something to your partner, what you would like to add to sexuality. This is the most difficult.
It is absolutely
even
difficult.
The most like confident, fun people, but 100%. It is a struggle. But I think the only solution to this is just like realizing it and pushing yourself to communicate, because it's like a muscle. The more you communicate, the easier it is.
To build this safe space with your partner who you're with, and like being able to communicate this will only enrich your love life, your sexual life, whatever it is. And then, as you said, it's the most difficult thing to do. Like, it is least considered, like, within a relationship or anything, or whatever kind of relationship you hold. Like, communication really is the key to, like, some kind of happiness, to find or the balance or the peace you're looking for, at some point.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we expect, or we think people know what we are saying, or we expect them to understand what we are saying, but it's never the case. Like, no one is a mind reader, and it is better to say it rather than hoping they understood me.
Yeah.
Which is major causes of big problems and fights and all that shit. But you're right, so as you said.
We have arrived to the concluding part of our today's conversation.
Okay.
And this is the questions from the Nympho Life community on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for submitting all your answers. Or I will be asking you more, and we will be answering more with my guests. I received 2 questions that I would like us to discuss today, or just like give answer, or just your thoughts, because of course we are not trying to be experts. We can only talk from our personal experiences, and just to again highlight it. So the first question is, how much is too much masturbation?
Ooh, okay. I don't know. I think...
Let's define first, what is too much?
I mean...
Because I think that would define, is there a limit to this? Like, should we put any limit to this? Or like, let's say, the point when one should be concerned about the amount.
I think in an ideal world, I think like 5 or 6 times is a bit too much in my books, but I might be wrong.
Per day?
Yeah, per day. I mean, yeah, for sure. But it also varies, like a 18-year-old guy who's just finding out about this ejaculation and this amazing feeling.
Yes.
It's non-stop for them.
Mm-hmm.
But you grow older, then you're like, okay, I don't maybe need it 6 times a day.
I need to make money.
I need to work, so... But I think, I'm sure like in the health-wise as well, it's not recommended to masturbate so many times in a day. Like...
Well, scientifically, from what I've read, there is no negative effects of masturbation to your health. Of course, probably, maybe just physically, even if you like scrub your leg or whatever, skin can get somehow more sensitive or irritated. Yes, that is just enough. But in general, there is no health risks associated with masturbating.
I can imagine like can be a very tiring endeavor to like go on for like 6-7 times a day. Like everything needs a break.
Yes. I think only in a way to like look at it from the perspective of, let's say, any like obsessive behavior, right? So it only should be concerning when it affects other parts of your life, like alcohol, drugs. Like, you can do it recreationally and you will be fine. But if it starts affecting you in a way that you cannot like go to work, I don't know, it affects your close ones that are concerned about you because of this, or I don't know, then this way maybe it's too much when it affects other parts of your life. But otherwise you should enjoy, as long as you want. Moving on to the last question.
Right.
We had a really fun, easygoing vibe to this discussion, which I really wanted to have because of Rony's personality, that I wanted all of you to feel and really experience. But this one is more on a serious side of things. So the question is, how to love in trauma caused by many people?
I really think is you need to step back out of this for a while.
So give yourself a break.
Give yourself a break. Appreciate yourself more, because when you find yourself in a better place, you will find the right kind of people attracted to you.
Yeah.
I think it's very important because it's not everyone is your cup of tea, and when it's not your cup of tea, they will keep disappointing you in the way that you will hurt yourself for making these choices. Or because you cannot blame them, because they are whoever they are, and they were brought up or they had certain experiences in their life why they thought this is okay to do to you. So they hurt you, but like in the sense, they might have not thought in their mind that they're hurting you, but you got hurt by this experience.
Yeah.
So for you to filter this out is to build yourself stronger, and for that to heal is very important, to step out of this and to take a breather, get your priorities in place and get your things. I'm no expert in this. I'm learning with my go. I'm learning from my life as well.
Yeah. It's a continuous process.
Absolutely. It's like there is no point that you're like, okay, I figured it out and this is it. Never.
Yeah.
Never. Life will keep throwing you curveballs all the time.
Yeah, I totally agree that it's good to get some perspective on things and not jump into the new thing. But at the same time, also speaking from my experience, I've been hurt a lot before in the past in love, but somehow I never gave up on love, on meeting the person that truly treats me amazingly and how I deserve, and that I can give all my love that I have in me. And you would be appreciative of this. And sometimes it is important to just have hope and belief. And then also with time, you kind of start also reading people better.
For sure.
Of course, there are some situations that is not just of a breakup. Some people had some abuse in their relationships, and then it definitely helps a lot going to therapy and working it out.
Yeah.
And then you're naturally more careful of how you choose partners. And it takes more to build trust again. But I think life is worth having faith in that love will come to you.
Sure, you're absolutely right about this. You gotta don't give up on this stuff. It'll happen when it has to happen. When it's time, it'll come to you. And meanwhile, heal, build yourself, develop yourself as much as an individual from your inner self. As Polly said, therapy is fucking fantastic. I'm seeing wonders around myself being done to people that I know. And I really want to get into it myself because I know I have a sort of baggage that I'm carrying, which I'm not really fully aware of, but I want to do it so I can be a better person to accept the next partner or who I'm with and everything, to make life much better.
Yeah.
Overall, for myself, my partner, and everybody around me. And yeah, it helps. So basically, develop yourself.
Yes. Go to therapy.
Do therapy. Talk to yourself. Yeah, be a good human. End of it, just be a better human being. That's it. Stop being a dick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Peace.
Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, what's your next plans with Nympho Life? Where's this going? Because I'm so excited about all this growth. It's I am so lucky to be here. I'm so happy. Polly is growing amazing, doing amazing stuff here. And you guys as viewers are supporting her, which is fantastic. And I'm so happy after many years she decided to be as a face and come in front of Nympho Life as a face, which is very good. So,
I stand behind my project. I don't know how to call it anymore, project. I rather prefer referring to it as my community of people who share the passion for sexual expression and eroticism and everything that is also connected to sexual education. My plan is definitely develop this podcast, invite interesting speakers. Of course, my friends who are my biggest supporters and who also have a lot of very rich, let's say, life experiences to share. And with this, by inviting my friends, I want to bring an example how we talk about sex and show my biggest ambition for this podcast is to show that talking about sex is normal, as is about your relationships. And by talking about this and making it somehow not something shameful, but that can be discussed so lightly, but still in a serious matter, not like ridiculing it or making fun of it. I mean, of course we can, but in general, it needs to be talked about and discussed so we understand that whatever we feel is normal. If something is happening to us or we want something that we are not sure about, we can share with our friends. If you don't want to share with friends, you can share with your partner. I always had friends around my life and not always I had partners, so I always could come to my friends as to discuss. But in general, it's a very important topic and it's been very much underlooked by how much sexual education we are getting, how society still treats it, that people cannot express themselves fully or putting labels on people, and this should be changed. And with my work that I'm doing, I want to represent this change, and that's why I'm not ashamed to show my face, because I believe in this.
It's amazing, Paul. You're doing a great job, and I'm sure a lot of people are learning. I learned so much. I don't know freaking clue what is ice bowling, snowballing. And rainbow or something?
It's a
Rainbow
dash of
kissing?
humor. It's a salt by of humor. I don't
Yeah.
want it to be
Oh
like,
my
oh,
God.
sit down. Okay, show me the outer labia, Ronnie, on her.
No! Oh. Her outer labia is really out there. But
Okay. Ronnie, it's been amazing. Thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you for having me
coming.
here. This is fantastic.
And I'm really, really happy how you had the guest that I was like probably most excited about to have on my podcast.
Look,
So thank you also
Thank you so much.
to
I'm
our
very happy.
audience.
thank you guys for listening to us. Please show
Please.
love to Polina.
Yes.
Yeah, support her. Love her
Yes.
grow, and hopefully
Follow on
Good things.
Instagram, newfo.live. And stay tuned for more episodes. And of course, please suggest the topics that you would like us to cover. I'm sure this is not the last time I have Ronnie as a guest.
okay.
Bring more interesting stuff to you.
All right.
And
Yeah, I'm looking
discussions.
ahead for it. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Ciao.